play that level or to play that style that he figured out that he needs to have in order to beat Mute consistently, you can play that game and force the opponent to play it for a lot longer when you have those extra games to play with, right? So even if I play the slow game for 5, even if you win from the side of Mute, all right, let's load it back up. Let's queue it up. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
And we're going to get here started. Patchwork 2025 Grand Finale. Peabnut coming from winners, MuteAce coming from losers. Is Peabnut going to be able to defend the home region of the Carolinas, or is MuteAce going to continue his dominance here at this very, very special event?
At some point, you have to wonder when the fatigue is going to set in. MuteAce has been battling nonstop on this stage for so long, playing a couple more sets than Peepnut has had to. And the loser side, a whole nother one where you have to fight from being down, from being below, to get the title that you currently hold. It's such a slog.
That's the messed up part about all of this. It feels like once you get to a certain part of competition, players start to have infinite stamina. And these are definitely 2 players where I really never really see their gameplay deteriorate. It's usually, we know when Mute's gameplay is going to take a downturn because he'll let us know. My hands hurt when I woke up. We know what that means.
Exactly.
But other than that, fully healthy, these 2 really don't ever waver. Makes them, it's part of what makes them such great competitors.
They are very consistent. That's true. Maybe not so much in the consistency of their placements at events, but when they're on the screen, like in-game,
you know what you're going to get.
You know exactly what you're going to get. And there's never a miss between the 2 of them. They're not throwing away games or throwing away stocks. They're not doing anything crazy, flashy that's going to put them in a bad position. They're always looking for guarantees. Start of the juggle right now. Again, we've talked about it before. I'm going to continue to talk about it. MuteAce does not want to be above Peepnut.
At all, ever, in any context.
No.
It's always bad to be above Mega Man when you're a character as floaty as Peach.
Yeah, and when your airspeed is so bad, like you can't float away
Exactly. Like if you can't really decide or dictate your landing spot, then a character like Mega Man will eat that alive every single day of the week. We have so many tools for that. That float bear from center stage is not going to do it. But huge lead for MuteAce right now, 64%, man.
But what does it matter,
tough.
right? This is up tilt kill percentage for Mega Man.
It's up tilt kill percentage. Forward air and back air off the stage are looking mighty tasty at the moment.
Yeah.
Really for both sides, both those options would look really nice at this current moment in time. Oh, you heard it. You heard the phantom hit. Oh, my God.
That was so close. I cannot believe that did not connect with the actual hurt box.
There we go. Float bear. Got him.
That one hit straight in the face. 170%. There was no shot you're living. But Peepnut trying to close it back out. What's the fair? I'm waiting for a fair.
There it is.
Back throw,
unfortunately, whiffs, but he is able to sneak behind the regular get-up, get the back throw, and now we get to run the whole situation back.
Baiting it out. Baiting out the back throw again from the corner, then running back and getting the backer. But MuteAce unfazed, able to get back under this platform, and finally back to center stage without too much worry. Wanted to start a combo off of that nair, but Peepnut knowing that you cannot get that true combo with that distance and just shielding. Starting at advantage state again. That up air should take the stock, and it does. That's the issue. Can't be above Peepnut, and Peepnut says, if you don't want to be above me, I'm going to put myself below you. Went off stage for that one.
Definitely some trickery moving right there. People definitely don't expect you to do that either. Like, when people want the vertical kills, they'll usually announce it some way. But to go off stage to get the vertical kill, that's tricky stuff.
Evens up the stocks, and MuteAce did not get anything for that stock lead. We are at, I can't believe, I'm going to call it out, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
How has this much time passed already, and we just started stock 2?
They've let us know exactly the pace that they needed to play at in winners finals. So we can kind of just expect it to be that way for the continuation of this set and a possible second set in the resets. So, yeah, it shouldn't be a timeout alert at 3 minutes on the clock. But, again, if you've read the book, don't be surprised at the ending.
It really speaks to how Peepnut has been playing, right? Just continuing to back up, using all of the... Oh,
Got him.
God. Again, I don't need to say it again.
You're at the mercy of RNG when that move hits.
You can't do anything.
Yeah, you just have to sit there and pray and hope that they decide that you get to live for a little longer. Because if not, you could be gone at very, very uncomfortable percents.
And MuteAce doesn't have as many cheeky ways to steal stocks away from Mega Man with Peach's tools, right? Like, you can't do a juggle into a guaranteed kill option. You have to look for a fancy ledge trap or a cool edge guard or a guaranteed turnip combo into death. And 140%, it's going to be difficult for you to find any of those without a lead. Okay. Yeah,
Ooh,
forcing
yeah,
your way
full
in.
starter shield into the leaf shield. Yep, get that guaranteed stuff. I don't need to do too much damage. I just need to make sure you are taking damage for these silly options that you're picking.
Yeah, Metal Blade just forcing back, just ticking on damage. Not needing a whole lot. Back throw puts him off stage. There's not really any follow-up that you can guarantee here.
Oh, that was bold. The double jump air dodge back onto the stage, didn't even get hard punished for it.
And that was the first time he'd used it, to be fair. Like,
yeah.
So it was a good mix-up option that clearly MuteAce wasn't ready for either. Although next interaction, a little more damage, and that up throw will kill next time. That's not where you want to be, though, right? A minute and 40 left. If your guaranteed kill confirms are off of up throw at 200% or hitting a stray back air,
yeah, you're
it's
probably in a tough spot if that's the case. And that's what we're looking at for KOs. We were probably wrong a very long time ago.
Yeah, this is not good. MuteAce is struggling now. You could see that he's holding tournament in hand because he wants to get the guaranteed like 50-60% combo. It's the only way he can tack on enough damage to not have to worry about timeout and to potentially put himself into a stock take position. Metal Blade doesn't turn up, but you can combo with it.
Trying to find some sort of opener here, but Peep is playing so anti-princess. It's actually Hello?
Game!
Hello? Is this thing on? The game just ended.
Where was my kill spark?
It was just over.
Oh my god. Yeeted him right off. Actually, with the kill spark, he might have actually lived, right? Because doesn't the kill spark like give you more influence over your DI or slightly less knockback or something like that?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. This game released December 7th, 2018. And we are in June of 2025, and I still do not know with 100% certainty how any of that stuff works.
Oh my god.
The day I found out that the red kill screen isn't guaranteed kill, I stopped paying attention.
Fair. Honestly fair. Getting into this next game, Peepnut yeeted MuteAce to win the first one, and he's only 2 games away from stealing the title back from Texas and bringing it back home to the Carolinas.
Again, best trophy in the scene. There's a lot to fight for on the line right here, and you can see MuteAce is not willing to let that title go, not one bit. Still fighting for it. Even if it looked dire after that first game, that's fine. There's only 1 match. I got 6 more left in me.
Peepnut, again, had not won a game against MuteAce since 2023, before we started this tournament. In fact, the last Patchwork they played at, MuteAce won. And something has changed in the waters. Something has shifted with Peepnut's game plan in this matchup, and it's not even just looking doable anymore, it's looking easy.
Yeah, he is making it look pretty effortless at times. I will say. It's
terrifying, especially when you're getting as many kills with up air as you are. That's scary. Okay, Leaf Shield finally connects this time. You can only shield it so much more, MuteAce. But I like that you're waiting. I like that MuteAce is playing patient, saying, I can threaten the same thing, right? I can threaten to time you out. And again, throwing away the Mr. Saturn. Why did we get another Mr. Saturn?
Because we know we're going to get another one anyway. You know? They're only valuable when they don't show up, right? If you know another Saturn's going to show up, you can throw this one away. It's fine.
It's like the 6th one in 2 sets.
Oh, that's it?
Don't.
Look, bro. Don't. The MuteAce trickery has become almost numb to me at this point.
That's fair. That's fair. Can't follow up with the second up air there. Might have taken the stock off of the slightly shorter top blastons right there.
Yes. Oh, man. Again, Peach does not have too much influence on where she goes once she's up in the air against her own will. So even though that up air didn't really set Peeb up too well, what was Mute really going to do besides toss out an air dodge, right?
MuteAce wants to make this one a lot closer than it is, right? Like, if you're going to lose your title to the home region player, you want it to be a fight. You want to get people excited about it right now. And unfortunately, Peepnut's game plan, which is successful and does generally work, is not the most exciting. It's not the most riveting. And so MuteAce, as much as he would like to interact, cannot seem to get his way in. He's got a little bit of a lead, but Peepnut's closing it slowly.
Yeah, I would be a lot more comfortable if this lead was stock-based and not percent-based.
Yeah.
Just because of the way that they've been playing these past 2 sets that we've seen from them. So if MuteAce is able to close this stock out, be up 2-1, then I would start to breathe a sigh of relief as a spectator, as an analyst. But until that point, I'm just seeing an angry robot that just keeps getting hit but doesn't go down. Yeah,
no way.
And here we are.
No
here
shot.
we are. Reverse the situation. And Whoa, the drift back was beautiful. Let's go.
Tacks him on with the last bits of the umbrella, so Peepnut can't find a rising aerial option, and it gives MuteAce another chance to extend this lead, or at the very least not lose it. Oh my god, it's even again.
All right, float in air, catch the landing. Peepnut way off stage, and he's not going to have any resources to return. So MuteAce finally with the stock lead, but that stock is heavily damaged, 103. If I got this in the mail, I'd be looking to send it back.
How long, though? For how long? Peepnut trying to force every bit of this, because if MuteAce gets back to center, if MuteAce gets in advantage state again, then you have to approach, and having to approach with shield against MuteAce is such a bad place to be, because you're going to get down tilted, you're going to get 60% comboed, and suddenly you're on the back foot, fishing for up tilt, trying to close out the stock, because you know that if you have to play neutral against this character, it's going to be hard. It's going to be too difficult.
All right, rolls out of the corner right there, but MuteAce is just fine with getting right back in the fight. I thought for sure they would try to sell out the center stage right there just so they didn't have to scrap with Peeb, but they're showing still a lot of comfort in that position right there, not shying away from it. Avoids that back air, trying to get up from the ledge. So we're still able to hold on to this stock. 131 still on it. 147, Crash Bomber, the assist. The assist button coming out after that forward smash from Peeb. It didn't do the job, but it's okay.
I think even if MuteAce times the air dodge perfectly, it lingers for long enough that you're going to get hit.
Yeah, I think that was checkmate.
Yeah, so you were donezo the second that you get hit by that F smash. Peepnut has closed the stock gap, and we're in this territory again that neither of us are comfortable in, which is there's a percentage lead, but how much and for how long?
Yeah, and this is like the ultimate case of it, because if you want to secure that game, you're going to have to get that stock lead, essentially. Percent really doesn't do that much until we really start to get down to that point where a timeout is imminent, but because we're already on the last stock, I feel like it's not really on the table here.
I don't think so either, and I think Peepnut's feeling it too. So he's trying to fight his way back in because he knows that a timeout isn't likely going to happen at 109% and falling.
Yeah.
Oh, almost read it out, but the jump after the rush coil.
That looked uncomfortably true. Oh, and we're still covering the... Hold on.
Okay.
MuteAce able to sneak back to the stage. Good job with that parasol recovery. Passes the Crash Bomber back. They both roll into stage, but neither of them are able to get anything off of it. Float in air is going to send people off to the left side. MuteAce tosses the turn up, trying to catch him coming off that ledge. He does it once, does it twice. You're still able to tech out 187? They said you couldn't do that.
Yeah, maybe on Stitch Face you can't, but with the regular turnips you can. That shield's getting really low, and so MuteAce is pressing into the corner. Peepnut has to jump off stage and reset a little bit to the stage. A minute and 17 seconds. Oh my god, almost turned it right back around. Tried to steal it with the downer up tilt, but the drift away. MuteAce gets to live a little bit longer. This is now kill percentage for both of them. And again, it's been evened up by Peepnut.
Dark red percent on the side of the super fighting robot, and we are sending Peach up to the heavens. You do not get any part of this game. Peepnut, one more game. One more game. Secure Patchwork 2025. We are at the finish line. You are right there. You can practically reach out and grab it for yourself. But you got one more game to play, player. One more game.
It never feels like Peepnut is on the back foot. I think it's just switch foot for him. Like, he's literally just, like, riding Goofy. It's southpaw stance. Like that's all it is. He actually is really ambidextrous with those stances right there because he's never on the back foot.
He is a right back's worst nightmare on the pitch. He's comfortable on both feet.
I get that reference.
Thank God, bro. Thank the Lord. Someone in this building gets it. But
Crash Bomber into forward air, tacks on some more damage, and Peepnut starts with an early lead. Comfortable place.
All right, down tilt into the neutral air. Not going to get too much off of it. We are going to be able to get enough to send Peep off stage and then get a little juggle afterwards.
We dash attacking, I guess.
Hey, top man. The most underrated robot master in that entire kit. No one ever talks about the Mega Man dash attack. Rightfully so. But, hey, comes out, it does his job for just a little bit. And speaking of doing their job for a little bit, Peep has been doing their job for this whole tournament, trying to finish it right here. Almost got that first stock on MuteAce, and they are on the prowl right now. Able to pick up that metal blade. MuteAce fighting back, but they are still not in a comfortable position right here. Up air into forward air. Mad damage. Forward smash. Even more damage. And the stock on top of it. 2 more.
Crowd is heating up, seeing the finish line in the sights for Peepnut to bring the trophy back to the Carolinas. And it's just tacking on more and more damage. I don't know how much more we can get excited at this point, because at this point, Peepnut's plan is to pump the brakes and play bait and punish.
Yep. I'm not going to do anything stupid right here. There's no added risk in this game plan whatsoever. We already ran the numbers. Yeah, this is the best way to play it. This is the best way to play it. Corporate won't let me play it any other way, so I'm not even going to try.
Rush Coil back to stage. Crash Bomber gets you back safely, but not for long. Can't combo off of it, but MuteAce still finds the opening. Does reset the edge guard.
All right, Leaf Shield. A bit of a safe landing right there.
I like the top.
We're already going to forward throw back off stage. MuteAce only 45% on, though. This is pretty good, all things considered. So if they're able to wrap up the stock in a timely manner, they're in an ideal spot. And timely manner, it is. Never late.
Peepnut was not ready for MuteAce to be approaching, facing him. I think he was shielding and going for a parry or a shield drop after the back air.
Yeah.
The forward air just lingers a little bit longer. You got to be paying attention to which way the dress is facing. Okay.
All right, tacking on that damage right there.
There we go.
Up air into the neutral air.
Bit of a combo starter right there. Okay.
Ooh, goes for the guaranteed stuff. I like that. Not really trying to go for read on that platform. Tech, no tech chases here. I need my guaranteed stuff. I need to build this lead. We can worry about that later.
Continuing to build it, though. We start an edge guard. Oh, just comes back fast this time. Peepnut fights his way back to the center, but not for long. MuteAce continuing to trade back and forth, but put himself a little bit too close to the corner, and Peepnut gets to reset a bit. Not for long. Again, not for long. MuteAce seems to be finding every single opening. Even when it looks like Peepnut is safe, MuteAce finds it again. Walling out with the projectiles, continuing to back up. There's only so much stage to your name, so Peepnut dashes back to the center and dashes back to the edge.
Oh,
MuteAce
sneaks in that back air. Just sneaks it in. Definitely not expecting to run into that right there. Sour spot up tilt, but he was fiending for it. But he was being rewarded anyway. So apparently it was meant to be. Last stock situation here. Potentially championship point for Peepnut. MuteAce looking to extend his leash here in this tournament by any means necessary. Immovable force, unstoppable object. They're going to have to clash head-to-head right here.
MuteAce never seems to be able to hold on to a lead for very long. Peepnut easily fights it back and puts MuteAce into the last opportunity to find something, to find a stock, to find a game, to keep the title in his hand. And Peepnut's not letting it go. He's making you fight like you're fighting some sort of action-adventure, like Metroidvania game right now. Look at how hard it is to approach.
Yeah, I don't want to approach any of those mini-bosses anyway. They're called bosses for a reason.
Yeah.
Keep them away from me.
Approaching back with the down air. I see the struggle for MuteAce right now, right? You want to get on top of Mega Man's shield, but you can't get above Mega Man or you're going to get up air.
Yeah,
and you can't land on Mega Man or he's going to short, hop, fast fall up air to break your out of your shield. Like, there's no right answer for MuteAce except finding stray hits, and Peepnut's just exploiting that.
Yeah, you have to be very, very particular with your avenue of approach against Mega Man. And we even saw that Peepnut still has answers for some of those angles. We haven't seen up smash in any context, in any of the games they played until just then. So there are still ways that you have to play it, and even then, there are still answers. So there is no clear-cut way that you have to approach Mega Man in order to have success. You just have to pray that Peep isn't on it, but he's been on it this entire time.
You can't play mix-up, you can't play conditioning on shield, all the things that MuteAce is so known for and so comfortable with. He has to just switch gears, and he has this entire set. You can tell he's no longer going for those options. He hasn't been this entire time. He's just looking for piecemeal options, for 1-2 combos, for stray swings, and he's playing neutral so well to keep it fairly even every single game, but he just hasn't been able to close out a single game. He's only got one more opportunity. The Leaf Shield puts him off stage. Dire straits.
I was getting a little worried for a little bit because MuteAce's shield was getting so low. He was retreating to that shield every time the Leaf Shield came out, and it was just eating away. But Peep didn't manage to really capitalize on it. He was just fine with playing the percent game, and why wouldn't you when it's bringing you the success that it has so far? MuteAce looking for a way to come back in this tournament, but once again, for the X amount of time, Peepnut shuts down any and all approaches, all competitors in the building, out the front door. Peepnut is your 2025 champion for Patchwork. Finally, the trophy stays home.
The Carolinas are happy about that one. You could hear the crowd erupt in Peepnut chants. Let's see this one more time. It was a drag down back air into the up tilt, and every single Shoto player is trying to recruit Peepnut after the stock's taken these sets. Peepnut making it look, again, as we said, just so easy.
Man, he was just so good at that the entire tournament, man. Like, I've seen the majority of the sets that he's played. The amount of times he's just been able to shut down people's momentum and just secure games make comebacks, and just do everything you need to do to be able to lift a trophy like that. He did it. He did literally everything you needed him to do. MuteAce looked like he was trying to figure something out at the end, and it looked like that he really was. He was building a little bit of momentum, but you hit the eject button, get him out of there. This trophy is mine this time. You've had enough. You make some space on the trophy cabinet. I want this one.
And he gets it. He gets to keep it here. He gets to bring it back to the Carolinas. You got to see shaking hands with Mikey Boudoir, the head TO for Patchwork, always putting on an excellent event.
Every year. Keep it up, Mikey.
We had so many cool side events, too. We had a dollar randoms bracket that happened that we were running today, a redemption bracket that I think had enough entrants to be a C tier.
That's crazy. That's
crazy. Insane. It was incredible. And as always, Patchwork is the homegrown grassroots Southern major. The community vibes here are unlike any other major you've been to.
They're fantastic. That's why I can't miss it any year. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a local. You should be having this event circle whenever it's announced. I have no details on the next one, but I've been telling people that are here, I've been telling people that aren't here, late June, early July, please open up your schedule. Come down to the Californias. It's a very nice group of people. It's a very nice time. They put on great events. It's a great vibe, like Kevin just said. And, oh, speaking of which, you want to do the honors? Player interview?
I would love to. Yeah, we're going to get a winner's interview with Peepnut as soon as he is done looking at the trophy, admiring his winnings.
Yep. So
we're going to get him over here.
We're going to get Peeb on the line so he can talk to y'all, he can talk to the people. But before we do any of that, thank you for watching Patchwork 2025. It's really been an honor. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in for this whole weekend if you've been here from the end of Saturday, or from the start of Sunday, or start of Saturday, excuse me, to the end of Sunday. I'm really tired. I got to get up out of here. But before that, Kevin's going to interview the winner. I'm going to get up. I've been Dom. Dom Needs Help on Twitter, all platforms. If you want to yell at me about my commentary or just say something nice because, you know, be nice to people. Who knows? You know where to find me. But until then, and until the next time I see you guys, I'll see you later. We're going to go ahead and get the winner up here. Come on, man.
Let's get you over here.
I know you have some things you want to say. I know you have some wins that you need to justify, some robberies that you need to say. Weren't actually robberies, but I'm not buying it, bro. If you come up here spitting that propaganda, I will come back.
Dom is the absolute GOAT. Definitely continue to follow what he does. I had an awesome time with him on the block. But right now we've got Christian. Peepnut, how are we doing? How are you feeling bringing the trophy back to the Carolinas?
Oh, I feel
tired. This is weird, Evan.
I feel tired. Thankfully, I'm like getting rejuvenated right now with like a nice little back massage. Shoulders
We're endorsing this. Okay.
A little stiff, but I feel better. I feel over the moon.
Yeah. This is incredible. I mean, you had a great run this year, getting second at Commonpalooza, so close to that major title, finally getting this major title. What was it feeling like going into, let's start with winners finals against MuteAce, when your set count against him has not historically been very good. The last time that you won against him was September of 2023. He beat you last Patchwork. What was the adaptation?
I think I just understand the game way better. I feel like some things have been clicking a lot in the past few months, and it's all coming together. I wasn't able to like, so I have been like listing out my demons and like trying to beat them, as we saw last week with Light, and there's still like a long list of people that I need to get revenge on, Mute being one of them. I'm just glad I was able to take it home.
That's incredible. I love it. The entire run from start to finish, what was like your most worried moment where you thought, this is getting away from me?
So sitting in winner's side grands was pretty scary because I experienced the same thing last week. And it's so experiencing for the first time was like, wow, this is crazy. Now I just have to wait and see which of these three competitors that are left, because you got to go through like losers semis and then losers finals, right? One of these three players is going to be my opponent. And I like to study with the time that I have, and that's just a little difficult when it's a 1 in 3 chance that I get the study right? Unless I try to like, 5 minutes here on this guy, 5 minutes here on that guy. It was hard, but and it doesn't help that Jackal Mute went game 5, and it's which one's gonna win? I don't know. Last stock, I don't know.
Even less time to prep for it. What does your prep look like? Without giving too many of your trade secrets away.
So after like practicing, studying, conditioning myself for years, I can nowadays, if I have very little time to like study someone, I can still just like look at a VOD and get it. I can just understand, and I'm like supremely proud of that.
It clearly came into play. I mean, it's been working for you all year and finally coming into fruition with a major win in your home region. I just want to ask, what does it mean for you to finally win a major, not just in general, but in your home region?
Storybook ending, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
like, whatever
I know,
cliche
I know.
you can come up with, it's just like, wow.
This is a movie.
So, me personally, I'm a Carolina player, but I've been playing in tournaments just in general for 10 years now. Well, I'm coming up on my 10th anniversary in like October, November-ish, September, something like that. And I don't like to give myself timelines or anything like, oh, I gotta win a major before the 10, right? But it just so happened to work out. Seeing my scene grow with me, like we're getting majors now, off the the back of Bud Buds and the TOs before them. Shouts to Hobbs, the creator of the Peepnut series, by the way. Like that, I feel like that, and Just Roll With It kicked off Patchwork. Now we've got like 3 iterations. It's getting bigger every year, and I'm just happy to be a Carolinian.
Are you coming back to defend your title next year?
Yeah, of course.
Of course?
Yeah.
It's easy. What's next for you this year? What's on the horizon? You know, this was obviously like a big deal, but do you have anything else coming up that people can watch you at?
Gommel in 1 week.
Oh my God, Gommel is next week.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You definitely obviously should tune into that too, but I appreciate everything that you've done for the scene, helping people grow, helping the community grow, helping bring a lot of eyes to the region, just being as talented and as hardworking as you are. And I don't have anything else to say. Do you have anybody you want to thank?
There's a couple people. There's one that I can't name, but they've been like instrumental in me like getting it. They've helped me out so much, so thank you. One time they called me a Titan, and that's just like, what a compliment. When you get called a Titan, it's hard to sit and be lazy afterwards. So I really appreciate that kind of compliment.
You got to hold down that title that they just gave you.
I gotta make sure what they said is right. And I'll thank like all of my. I want to thank all my competitors because like having demons gets you going. Having demons is what gets you up to like practice, and I want to be someone that is active. That's not just sitting there being lazy, because I feel like that's been a personal issue for a lot of my life. But and now I get to like show that I'm a hard worker, so I feel really good about that.
I love that. That's fantastic. You had everybody in the crowd cheering for you, and I'm glad that you were the one to take it home after all of this, after 2 years of the trophy not being in the hands of the Carolinas. The pride of the Carolinas is the one that brings it back. Fantastic stuff. Congratulations again, Peepnut. It's been an honor. We're going to toss it over to Budwar and Bud Buds to say some words before we close out for the day. Are you coming over here? Yeah. All right. Great. We'll get you both
Shall
on
I stay?
there.
This is for you too.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, and a medal? That's hot. Are you both coming on?
Yeah, it's going to be me and Evan.
All right, we've got Mikey and Evan coming to you guys from Bud Buds Esports.
Here's your medal.
Hooray. Look at that bad boy.
This is a tight squeeze. You guys go that way. It'll make everything easier. One-way traffic. This is easy. All right. Wait, no, you should take Christian's headset. There's no way that this matters, right?
It does not matter because I'll take it.
All
Shall
right.
I leave?
Yeah, we're kicking you out. Awesome.
Hey guys.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching Peabnut win his first major.
Dude,
It's super
Peabnut.
dope.
We love Peepnut.
For those of you who aren't familiar with the NC scene, me and Evan are basically the two people who do Bud Buds. We do a bunch of streaming stuff here in North and South Carolina. We got our weekly tomorrow.
Tomorrow night,
We'll be going live.
we'll be there.
Smash Sans Frontieres, tune in on Bud Buds.
Bud Buds.
You know, we run regionals. We run
it.
We run Patchwork.
We run Patchwork. We got to do some Cards Basement.
Yep. Cards
We
Basement.
get to do a lot of traveling around the Southeast together.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's been good. So, you know, watching this event grow, I know
This guy's
Yeah.
the goat. Everything.
Thank
By
you.
the way, definitely.
Thank you.
that's Kyle. That's our head
Kyle-
of production.
Kyle
that guy's
is-
awesome.
Kyle is a wonderful co-head of production. Does lots of great work. A definite
I'm so tired.
Dr. Nefario to our to our minions and Gru here doing
Yeah.
lots of hard work.
The Despicable Me
analogies.
style of,
Yeah.
of management has gotten us very,
Very
here
far.
in North Carolina.
Very far.
So for aspiring TOs, find yourself a Dr. Nefario and some minions, and you can go really far for sure.
It takes you really far.
Yep. So thank you so much for everyone tuning in. I know, like last year, for example, we had a rap. I know some people, like a vibe about the event. This year we branded the tournament all patched up. I really think we addressed all those issues. Everyone had a great time. Hopefully you had a good time viewing at home. We're gonna do it again next year. That'll be posted as soon as it can be. So yeah, thanks for the support.
Fire.
We're here
Fire.
because of you. We're a grassroots event.
One of the
Grassroots
few
scene.
left to do it.
Yep.
We're
Yeah.
glad to bring it to y'all. We love that we can do a production and do an event that many people can watch, enjoy, with unique branding too.
Yeah.
We can talk good about our branding. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's a beautiful event. I'm really proud of myself. I'm
Proud
of
of
the
you,
event.
Mikey.
Proud of the team.
We're proud of you, bro.
I have my voice this year. I couldn't even hear myself.
I don't.
last year.
I just got my voice back today.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. A little
we're good
water
today.
goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, for those of you still sticking around, we don't want to take up your night. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for tuning in.
Yeah, we got to play
Um,
ads.
Yeah, we gotta play ads.
We gotta play
Shout
ads.
out to VGBC for
Thank you for having us again.
having us. Yeah.
Yes. All right. You guys enjoy your night.
All
See
right.
you guys.
See ya. Oh,
Mwah.
wrong hand. Wrong hand.
Mikey.